What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another VitoVerse Live. We are live, and I have both of my co-hosts here with me today. What is going on, Sandstorm? What's cracking with you?
Yo, 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 nothing, just chilling. Can y'all hear me? Am I good? Am I good? Can y'all hear me? Am
Yeah,
I
yeah,
all right?
we, we can hear you. We can
All
hear you.
right,
We can hear you.
show. Yeah, I'm doing, I'm doing good. Doing great on this wonderful Friday night, Valentine's Day Eve. Shout outs to all the people, all the single people, and all the people who got somebody. Happy Valentine's Day Eve.
All right, and I got my other co-host, the wonderful, incredible, no the call you eat. What's cracking, cuz?
Not much, man. Just had to step out real quick and throw away some ice cream I just finally finished. just yeah, I was kind of munching on that. I was like, I only had like one more of the strawberry shortcakes left. I was like, well, I might as well get ready to eat that up soon after the show.
Yeah, for sure,
And
for sure.
kind of mess around with some other games in the process.
Cool, cool. All right, so we are at the post. We are in the post Super Bowl phase, and man, commercials was trash. So this year definitely, it really wasn't entertaining. People are there for the halftime shows now. Jay-Z has successfully made the halftime show one of the biggest things in America. Of course, we know the history, especially since it's Black History Month, that the reason why we have the Super Bowl halftime show as extravagant as it is now is because of one little sketch comedy show brought to you by a group of brothers called the Wayans. They made a halftime special one year. I think it was '92, I believe, to entertain people during the halftime show of the Super Bowl, of the big game. And they even had a countdown to let you know, okay, now go back over to, the Super Bowl or whatever like that. But because of the Wayne brothers, the NFL had to hire some entertainment. And they had to hire an entertainment like director, and that's exactly what they've been doing for the last years since then. And what's crazy is they got a lot, like the Wayans had a lot of ratings, a lot of people tuning in to that special. And when they flip back to the Super Bowl, that's I think the numbers that the Wayans got for that special on there had the NFL like, hey, nah, we gotta keep that in house. You know what I'm saying? Like, so let's figure out a deal. And ever since then, you know what I'm saying, they've been making Super Bowls like extravagant. And then of course the biggest Super Bowl before Kendrick Lamar and Bad Bunny's performance was the Michael Jackson halftime show. So they brought us very big cultural pop moments in entertainment and in music as well. So shout out to the Wayans. You know what I'm saying? A little Black History, trivia for you guys out there. So let's get into our icebreaker. I was going to say of the day, like, we had something else with it. But what have you been currently watching? So, another Koyui. I'm going to start with you, bro.
Good lord. You just caught me drinking some water, man. What the? I thought we were going to go to Sandstorm first. Give me a little bit more time to drink. Okay. Anyways. Damn, balls. Anyways, let's see. Not much really. Just my usual animes I've been going into. The latest MF Ghost. So I've been actually going on with that. I think I've been focusing a little bit more on the Holy Grail of Arrow is actually what I've been focusing because now up to the point of this anime, it's actually to the point I don't even know what's going on. So I read the manga to a certain point. Now I'm actually past. Now the anime is actually past the manga where I read. So now I'm like, all right, what's going on? What's happening? So it's getting a little more interesting, more mystery that's happening. So I'm actually enjoying how that's going along. I am, but with MF Ghost now, because we're getting ready for the next race that's coming along, and we do have another person who's joined the race. And I'm not going to say who or what, but it feels like if you watch Initial D and seem to a certain point, you're starting to realize a certain trend starting to happen. So it's very interesting. So definitely check out the latest episode of that, and definitely check out the Holy Grail Arrow as well. So that's what I've been watching so far.
Okay. All right. Sandstorm Dusk Rider.
Man, I've actually been watching a lot, to be honest with you. Obviously, in my anime bag, I'll do the whole spectrum because I've actually been watching a lot. So obviously been watching like Noto, MF Ghost. It's been really good time for that. I feel like the race kind of ended early, but they kind of been doing this every season where it like they have downtime and they kind of get more into the story, not necessarily the actual races, which is okay with me. Jujutsu Kaisen, been big in that. That one got confusing at the beginning. I won't go into a whole thing with that, but it's been good so far. Fire Force, which is crazy because Fire Force, this is the last season. And for any of you out there who, you know, are anime heads too and watch Soul Eater, like the looming thought of like, but they all got to die in some form or fashion, keeps like rolling through my head for that. But it's been a lot better than the season 3 beginning, which that was trash to me. Yeah, that was so trash. So I think that's all of the stuff that I watched. I caught up on Scissor 7. That if you haven't checked that out, definitely check that out. That's for the people who love like weird, like silly stuff, but like the action is still really cool. Definitely check out that show. Really good. But then and I'll also say Black Clover too. Shout outs to J Mac. She wanted to start Black Clover. So we started off on like episode 1 and she finally got to episode 92 where the big stuff actually happens. I was so proud. And then but in actual stuff, you know, we just got to the last episode of Fallout, which was amazing. If you haven't watched it at all, you know, I'm not gonna ruin anything for you. Not even for the like new person who shows up, and it's crazy that he even shows up in the second season. I think it's hilarious that he's in there. You know, major shout outs to him. Is real cool to see him in something after not seeing him in something for a very, 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 a very long time. So been watching that. I finished Wonder Man. Watched the whole thing of Wonder Man. Ain't it crazy? Like, like Mary Life. I don't have as much time to play games, so I supplement that with watching TV. So so been finished watching Wonder Man. I loved that show. Loved the fact that it was different than all the other shows. I'm not gonna also ruin that for anybody who hasn't seen it, but just like it's a different show. It's a different type of show than the normal, like formulaic Marvel heroes or villain shows that we've been watching. And I think that's in a good direction. I think that's a good thing. Even the way that it ends, it's not like it necessarily like ties into something like that you see like right on the hull. You know what I mean? Like it's not face value that it ties into something like that. Which I think is good. That means you gotta like actually search for stuff. And you be like, oh. So I think that's good. And then I kind of went back into my bag of nostalgia. A little show that I used to watch. I want to say maybe when I was like 20, 21. This show was a British show. And I think I jumped in maybe the 3rd season. There's 5 seasons. I want to say I jumped in maybe the 2nd or the 3rd season into it. I don't remember what channel it was originally on, but when it came on, I was like, what is this? This is kind of interesting. I'm a diehard medieval type person. Like I really like some medieval stuff. Haven't watched the stuff lately because I felt like they all kind of do the same thing. But back in the day, back then, before Game of Thrones, this was like my show. And that was the show Merlin. And I love Merlin.
Got my girlfriend.
Bro,
on there.
she's something else. So that's all I can say. So, I can't speak too loud.
My one of my girlfriends.
I can't speak too loud, but she, yeah. Hey, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. She got the just the look about it.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about. That look that she do.
Yeah.
You're like, you just don't know. So yeah, jump back into that show, man. Definitely loving it. But I think that's I think for now that's everything that I've been watching. There's some other stuff that I want to jump into, but it's like I can't put too many things on my plate. I just put some stuff down as in Wonder Man. Wonder Man just got watched. So there's some other stuff that I want to jump into, but yeah, that's all I've been watching, man. I've been watching a lot more than what I usually do.
All right. Yeah, for sure. Big surprise. But at the same time, it's not, because one thing, when you tie it down, Sandstorm, you definitely watch stuff. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to playing stuff.
Unlike me.
Yeah. So, hey, what's going on, Dark Son? How you doing, man?
What up?
What up?
Only thing you've been watching is because I definitely have not watched Lincoln.
Well, yeah.
So that's so funny that you say Lincoln Lawyer, because like I have a strange. It's not strange. I have a love-hate for that franchise, I guess you can call it now. I cannot stand Matthew McConaughey. Like between him and Channing Tatum, those two are like, I can't stand either one of them, like at all. Like we was watching Kingsman just a second ago, the second one, and he showed up and I was like, this almost ruined it for me. But it's ironic because Lincoln Lawyer is in like my top 10 favorite movies of all time. There's only 2 Matthew McConaughey movies that I will say that I actually like: Lincoln Lawyer and something of a Girlfriend's Past or whatever. It's like the equivalent of A Christmas Carol, but it's him and it's like a rom-com type deal. But I accept it. It's good. But even though it is in my top 10, I still cannot just openly watch a Lincoln Lawyer, even if it doesn't involve him. I'm like, you tainted the whole thing. Can't watch it. Can't watch it.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
All right, so what I've been watching, I've been on some bliggity black. I'm black, y'all. I'm bliggity black. I'm black, y'all. Type
hey,
stuff.
I did just watch that. Crazy.
Jeez.
So basically, I've been like literally, I've been watching a lot of black stuff. A different world. I start watching that.
That's the name
I want to say Monday. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I had to start with the first season. See another one of my girlfriends. You know what I'm saying. So had to start with the first season. But definitely, man, been watching just a lot of just black stuff. Like I was watching Colors, Menace to Society.
Oh wow.
Concrete Cowboy, which I never watched that before. So the fact that I even watched that was pretty cool, and it was pretty informational. I didn't know it was. Okay, so I have some connections to Philly, so I know a lot about Philly. One thing I did not know was they do have places, or especially in North Philly, where they have like people that ride horses in the city. Like, this ain't outside the city. This ain't somebody's farm. This is like in the hood, in this courtyard and they're training horses and they're riding horses and they got a building that's a stable and all that. Like they really are riding horses in Philly. That is crazy. So I didn't even know that. So it's crazy that it just kind of gave me some insight to cultures that exist within like big cities like Philadelphia, or you know what I'm saying, like I want to say that kind of cowboy type stuff happens in Compton as well, you know what I'm saying, like concrete cowboy type stuff. But definitely, man, that was a great Five Bloods. Again, oh my gosh, the beginning of that movie is so crazy because they showed the Vietnam War stuff and it was not censored, and the images, I can see why Marvin Gaye made that one song, you know what I'm saying, and anybody that made songs during that time against the Vietnam War, because those images was crazy. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. But yeah, so shout out to Chadwick Boseman, man, rest in peace, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that was one of his last roles. You can actually see in that role how he started to lose weight and stuff like that. So you know what I'm saying, how that sickness was starting to affect him. But definitely great movies, great shows. Been watching. I watched the Cat Williams special. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely this made up for the last one. The last one that he had, I forgot what it was called. I think it was like Great America or something like that. I don't think it was
that funny.
It was better than, for me. It was definitely better than that one. But it definitely, like, he's not what he used to be. And I think the fact of the matter is, certain comedians don't change who they are. You know what I'm saying? Of course, and they don't change their style of comedy. A comic that has changed their style of comedy is a Dave Chappelle. If you look at early Dave Chappelle and now Dave Chappelle people, you know what I'm saying? And the way he just weaves his jokes in is crazy. It's like a genius. It's like a work of art. But Cat Williams, he's also a storyteller, but he still kind of does it in the hyped up, but you know what I'm saying, he keeps doing that. Yeah. And I think, you know, over time, sometimes especially if you watch a lot of Cat Williams, you kind of get burnt out, you know what I'm saying. But I still love him as a comedian, you know what I'm saying. He's definitely set history and stuff like that. He definitely took some shots at certain people. The 50 Cent was definitely like, but I think 50, he knows his bounds with comedians. He ain't finna keep going back and forth with certain comedians. They gonna flame him up. So definitely though, I watched Mike Epps special. He had a special as well. There was this London dude I never really paid attention to. He had like 2 specials on Netflix that I was watching. Like, his name was Mo or something like that. Mo something. But dude was actually funny. And then honestly, like, I realized I don't watch a lot of like London comics. So I actually kind of was like, I think I should start, you know what I'm saying, searching some London comics out, because this dude was actually hilarious. I was like, oh snap. I didn't think I'd be laughing at what he's saying and stuff, but I was like, oh no, I can relate. Oh, that's cool. You know what I mean? But definitely, man, just trying to be on my my Black History Month type stuff, you know what I'm saying? I think next week I'm gonna start digging into crates and start looking up Spike Lee movies and stuff like that, and getting into those. So
do the right thing.
Yeah. So I was really thinking of Malcolm X earlier, because like that shot, that famous shot when you stand still and you're riding forward in front of the camera and everybody, like that shot is playing in my head like all day today. I don't know what's wrong. I actually did I did a clip like that one time. I did like a little video like that where I was up there like on one of my like lifts at work, and this was not like a forklift. This was like a riding forklift or whatever. So I was able to kind of like do the little like this and did a little shot. Dude, I love that shot. That shot is classic, bro. And if anybody does it in their films and it's not Spike Lee, you need to stop. That's Spike Lee's signature. Find your own. But anyway, definitely just been a black experience for me this month. Not on some like crazy racist stuff or nothing like that, but just you know what I'm saying. I it's Black History. You know what I mean? I love my peoples, and I love to support and look at stuff that help raise me. You know what I mean? So, all right. So let's get into. I was going to do some news. You know what I mean? I was definitely going to get into some news. Son of Sparta's coming out.
Yep.
Son of Sparta. This
Yep.
has nothing to do with entertainment, but just especially since the hype of God of War now, especially being about to be that live action Sandstorm. Do you remember our first episode here on the VitoVerse? And we talked about a possible live action God of War.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
It was crazy that we had that whole little discussion, and now they're making that a thing.
Actually,
So,
a thing.
yeah,
It almost was like they was listening in.
Right.
It
They heard us.
just took some time. Just took time. That's all it is.
Yep.
Took time.
And they're doing they're using the guy from Remember the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Strong side.
Mhm.
So, but anyway, and evidently, I think did me and you, or did we discuss this on the Stormcast?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It was a brief. It was a brief.
'Cause,
what do we call those?
Brief mention.
Breaking news.
Yeah, cool. Because we talked about the guy being he played Thor.
Or yeah.
Yep.
in the God of War. So, all right. But anyway, so I was gonna sit up here and do some breaking news, but we don't have breaking news over here. We just have news. So
Yeah.
we ain't finna jack the breaking news. But, you know what I'm saying? We just have news. But what we're gonna get into is our discussion of the day. So let me kill the music real quick. Hold on. Make sure I get all my notes together before we get into there. All right, so our discussion for today is, can the Wizarding World of Harry Potter exist in the MCU? I had Sandstorm and Nautical Yoy do their homework and basically try to come up with their own theories to 3 questions we're going to do today. You know what I'm saying? We're going to come up with, and really, here's the thing. I said theories, but really it's more of fan stories, our own fan stories of how that can work. You know what I'm saying? But, we can also chop it up as theories as well. But basically, we're going to go through our fan theories or our fan stories to see how the Wizarding World, MCU, and actually work. Before we get into the question, I want to lay down the guide rules to how this is going to work. I got to give you guys the rules because they have their own rules, and it's just the plain and simple stuff like the Wizarding World. In the Wizarding World, they're secret. They're secretive and they don't mess with Muggles. They're separate from Muggles. They have enchantments and spells and stuff like that to hide certain things in the world so Muggles can't see what's right in front of them in plain sight. They're hiding in plain sight. So, of course, they hide because of the era of hunting witches and wizards and killing them. So they're hidden. So that's our rule for them. So we know what we're working with. The rule for the MCU, there is no rules. Only thing the rules there is there are governing sources, and one of those or 3 of those sources, a lot of stuff that's going on in the world and in the universe are Sword and Shield for the humans, the Wakandans, because the Wakandans have agents and they do kind of interject in certain events if it has something to do with anything being stolen or taken from Wakanda, like vibranium, but they have surveillance of the world regardless. They actually know what's going on, just like S.H.I.E.L.D. knows what's going on. And then another, before the fall of this place, the Asgardians, they will kind of be more of like you're like connection to the cosmos. You know what I'm saying? But they still governed Earth at one point of time, thanks to Odin, taking over the realms and things of that nature. So, with that being said, those are the main rules for each universe that you have to work with. So the first question is, how would the Wizarding World, or how would the MCU be introduced? Now, when we do our theories, I'm going to give you a handicap. The sorcerers and that sorcerer's society cannot be used at all. Now, that doesn't say you can't use any wizards or witches within the MCU. Because there's plenty of them. Like, plenty of them. But we can't use any of the sorcerer societies or their magic at all. So, with that clause being, I'm actually started off with my story or theory, because it's very quick, very simple. But for each story, you're gonna have 5 minutes to give us your story, and then we'll go on to the next one. All right. So for my first story, for this question, how would the MCU be introduced to the Wizarding World? Plain and simple, Odin and the Asgardians. Odin said in Ragnarok that he came to Earth a lot. He had a lot of dealings in Earth. So basically, he would kind of be like this figure that introduced magic to, or certain magics to Earth and Earth people. He said he used to love the cultures, the music, this and the third, and what they used to do, but with a lot of stuff. And he actually, interacted with certain humans that actually kind of praised him and knew about him and stuff like that. And he had a nice rapport with him. So let's say that, basically in the Wizarding World, J.K. Rowling doesn't say gods and goddesses, but we do know that Norse magic has been used in the Wizarding World. And who would have brought that to them would have been Odin, his wife, Loki, and other magical gods from the Asgardians. So that's how I feel the Wizarding World can be introduced to the MCU, or exist in the MCU, via Odin and the Asgardians. So that's my theory. Plain and simple, very short. We're going to go to our next person, and that's going to be Noto.
I should have known you were going to throw this. You always do this. God damn it. Okay. Now you threw the whole wrench and everything I was thinking in my head. So, all right. I
warned y'all. It's going to rock y'all.
I know. So you threw this a little bit of a wrench, but I think I can make this work in my favor. I think my theory, like, it's kind of like the same as what Vito said, but mine's a little different. I'm looking more like the timeline, basically, of the TVA, basically. So I'm looking at it from a perspective of, like, since Loki is mostly the person of time, and since he's a god of time now, so I see with him actually being in power of the whatsoever, that it can actually work in a certain way where something in the way of bending time that actually has bringing the Wizarding World into play. So I look at it from that perspective in my head. Not much I can actually say to that, because, like I said, you kind of threw this in the monkey wrench. I had in mind. I had two theories, and I was going with these two, and then you threw it out. I was like, damn it. do my monkey wrench out of here. So, but Loki, but since you brought on Loki, and it kind of brought a little bit of light to it. So
basically, the multiverse, the introduction
multiverse,
to
yes.
via the multiverse situation.
Basically,
Okay.
I'm looking at it from that perspective.
All right.
So,
All right. Cool. All right. San Stizzy.
All right, work with me now.
5 minutes.
Work with me now. I'm not gonna go Odin.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do all that. But I'm gonna say that there was a movie in particular, and I'm glad you didn't call out this movie actually, where I think there can be a little bit of room for basis on this.
Okay.
So when we think of the Wizarding World, for most people who really didn't play Hogwarts Legacy like that, I put it that way. They usually go with England as like the primary place. When you start playing Hogwarts Legacy, you kind of find out that there's plenty of other places. I know you already talked about Africa that was really cut off. With obviously their secret world, and I'm glad you actually didn't call this one out.
I had two theories. But go ahead.
But I think it starts off with them showing a door in particular. That was a giant door that got busted down and broken down in a village that nobody knew where the village was for the longest time. And it took one particular person to realize who his daddy was for us to return to this village. And come to find out that that door was actually sealed actually by somebody who was a wizard in the Wizarding World. And you come to find out that the village actually was on the far end of said wizarding school, and this is actually comes from Shang-Chi, where they have the secret village.
I know you're going. Okay.
Yep.
And so come to find out, not only was the door magically sealed by the headmaster, but you also find out that a lot of the weapons, including the rings, also came from another dimension, but it was a connected dimension between the wizards and somebody evil or good.
I mean, you can say names. You can say names.
Ended up moving those rings over and displacing the rings into another universe that we didn't obviously see. The Wizarding World didn't exist. So yeah, that's where we're gonna go with that. And that's actually the beginning of the whole Wizarding World for us, because it'll be the first time for us too. That connection to be so crazy, because we haven't seen Japan, we haven't seen China, Japan's like actual wizarding college. So we'd be like, wait a minute, what is this?
Yeah.
Why they keep
actually
talking?
Here's the thing. We never heard of. Okay, so there's 3 missing schools. We haven't heard where those 3 schools are, and J.K. Rowling wrote some stuff about Japan, but what's crazy is she never wrote anything about one of the biggest places on Earth, and that's China.
Yeah.
So we, you know what I'm saying, like you coming in with the Shang-Chi joint, you know what I mean? Like them. The village, them people could have been, you know what I mean, wizard from their school, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I mean?
I smell it.
Jeez.
I was like, man, I hope he don't say this. I hope he ain't lock me in.
Oh snap!
No, I need the videos that you started off, because I was like, all right, let's see how we're gonna do this. I'm like, damn it. I was like, well, that's the way I was thinking how this plan's gonna work out.
All right, so my you don't have to give a second theory for this first question, but I wanted to give this one too, because it's just another plain and simple. Because in witches,
Yes.
wizards and witches, I gotta keep saying that so they can keep jogging y'all. You know what I'm saying? Those theory in the MCU without the sorcerers. You know what I'm saying? But a little known fact about Wakanda that was actually shown, but it was kind of talked about and it was kind of glanced over a little bit during Eyes of Wakanda a little bit, but before the technology was a major thing in Wakanda, witch doctors and witches and stuff like that were pretty much very prevalent in the culture and basically enchanting certain things for the village to be hidden and things of that nature. I actually had to make up a character in my mind from Wakanda that actually helped founded Wagadu, the wizarding school in Africa. So basically, he was from Wakanda. He was a witch doctor, or his parents were witch doctors and stuff like that, but he was harnessing his powers, and he wanted to basically kind of expand his knowledge and basically become like this better witch doctor. Like he wanted to, you know what I'm saying, get stronger and stronger or whatever like that, and basically kind of converse with other witch doctors from other villages, because Africa, there were plenty of, Wagadu's not the only school in Africa, there's plenty of them, but Wagadu's like the biggest, you know what I mean? And basically he wanted to go to these other villages and other schools and things, or villages, and see teachings and stuff like that, and basically gathered a group of wizards and witches, and they made Wagadu together as like a friendship situation or whatever like that. Of course, they would have had to have connections to the European wizards as well, because Wagadu is registered underneath the Wizarding World's stuff. But basically, I think that witch or that wizard would have been the connecting factor to Wakanda, which is in the MCU, and it would have given us a nice little subtle connection, you know what I'm saying, to the wizard. Simple, just quick, boom, you know what I'm saying, right in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, no, do you have one?
I kind of have one a little. I have something a little different. I was thinking more of like, more like Ant-Man's the Quantumania. I was thinking a little bit more in that kind of section, a little bit, because of like how a little bit more of the dimensions and stuff like that. I was kind of like working with that, but I think my Loki was a little bit better than like Quantumania situation.
Which technically though, here's the thing, that if you do go with the Quantumania thing, the Loki thing does connect to it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that would, you know what I'm saying, definitely be a good little addition if you had some kind of quantum realm wizard situation go on. I can see that, you know what I'm saying, being something that can work.
Yep.
Sandstorm, you got a second one? Or
I was gonna say this. I'm gonna say this only to say this because I think it actually makes for an interesting piece. If this were to happen. Now I know this is against the rules, but hear me out. All right.
you gonna get the sorcerers in there.
Yeah, but not in the same way though. So for the longest time, and they don't show this in the MCU. This is more so like before the MCU was even a thing.
No, so you going all outside of it too. Okay,
I know.
You going outside of it big time. Go ahead.
So the thing was for the longest time that Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch, was a mutant. It wasn't only until 2014 that she was actually officially classified as an actual sorceress, right? But I think it would have been really interesting if that whole particular, especially with the Wanda Vision, or even in the whole like if there was a part 2 where she found out like, okay, her dad's Magneto, like all the regular stuff, you know what I mean? Like, oh, the reason why I'm this way is because I'm a mutant. And then down the road, she runs into somebody who's like her, you know, who's actually a wizard, and is like, nah, actually, you're a wizard. Like, wait a minute. Like this whole time, I thought, you know,
Wanda.
like, and the only reason why I say this is because when we watched the original Harry Potter, right, he didn't know that he was a wizard, but all these weird things were happening to him without a wand. So he was opening the glass, he was talking to Snake, like all of these spells and magic were actually being used, and the whole time he just thought like he was weird. So like kind of the same analogy, you know what I mean? Like, why do I have all these powers? Why am I this strong? Why can I do all this stuff? Am I a mutant? Nah, actually, it's just because you're a wizard. Like, oh, wait a minute. Okay. So I think it would have been dope if she like went into the I'm all powerful, I can be anybody type of thing, and the wizard just came in and was like, woo, you know what I mean? Like, cut that off, stop it, down. You know what I mean? Like, wait a minute, how is it that easy? Like, oh, that's basic transfiguration. Like, what? Like, I think that would have been crazy, especially in a movie or a show. But I also too, I think, like, to get back kind of a little more on track, you were talking about how the wizards had, like, they stay away from like society like that. It's rare that the wizards actually have a connection with like a muggle. They do have designated like people, but they're like designated people. Like, you've been down,
They're
you've been
squids.
OPP. You know what I mean?
They were born to witches, but they're muggles.
Right. So one of these ways that I think could possibly sneak in, even as like a trade, if you would. When you look at Danny Rand, Iron Fist, for some of y'all don't know, he's basically like the whiny version of like Batman, but he got all the money. What you find out in the Defenders, is it Defenders, right? Where they all come together?
We're not sure if they're still a part of if they're even a part of the MCU. We're starting to get that, but I hope. So look, for this sake, let's go with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Defenders.
So cause, well, we at least got Jessica and Daredevil. So okay, so what we found out, and we don't even need to really actually use it, but just kind of like a scenario. What we found out is there's other sects out there that people don't know about, right? The Hand. I forgot the name of the other one. So there's different secret societies, but come to find out, we find out that like Danny Rand's like people who've been running this whole time, the reason why they've been able to get money and get the resources that they can and be making the things that happen is actually because of the Wizarding Society. They got some sort of connection with what's the Wizarding World's government? The
Ministry of Magic.
Ministry of Magic. So they have some sort of ties with the Ministry of Magic on that level, so they can get resources even from all these other places, and be able to outsource it into let's call it Rand Industries, for lack of better words. So there's actually another secret society holding down what we see from human perspective, a let's call it money laundering. But it's a whole society of actually witches and wizards that bring on the pieces of technology and stuff like that, technology very loosely, that push Rand Industries to still be like one of the tops and actually make money in that case.
Okay. Yeah. All right, I like that. All right. So on to our second question. Now, with our second question, it can actually piggyback from any theory or story that you already said for the first. Remember, we cannot use any current teams or things or events like Fantastic Four. So, but the second question is, in the events of Infinity War Endgame, how did the events that happened with Thanos doing what he did and then the Avengers redoing what they did, how did that affect the Wizarding world? And basically, how did they remain silent and hidden during this time? So at this rate, I'm going to start off with Sandstorm. Let's go.
All right. So, actually, this is actually a really great question, because especially with the snap, right? They were affected by it too. Because it affected the universe, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
So obviously they had different people that got snapped out of existence. I solely believe that 2 of the people that got snapped out of existence was 1, the Minister of Magic, and 2, some, not all of, the headmasters to different schools, along with, other people who worked in the Ministry of Magic. But those are some of the big people that got hit. And I think because of that, I think they had to do a lot of their own investigations on what exactly happened. Because so the thing about the wizarding world is they stay so low key that they don't know, for the most part, they don't really even know what's going on in the actual world,
Right.
So the disappearance, that disappearance for them was kind of like, we already have somebody mysterious kind of making moves and making plans. Who could this person be? Who could this person be? Who could this person be? And the main person on their list was, insert name here. He's got a fake name, but he's been using so much dark magic that he's kind of changed the way that he looks. He kind of changes. He's changed how he looks, kind of like the Darth Sidious mode. You know what I mean? To the point where people think that this man is an alien. He goes by a different name, but he still uses wizarding tactics. And he's grown in strength because he hangs out with a certain crew. But let's just call him the Maw for short. And so their whole mission actually is kind of even though they're not connected with the Fantastic Four, Avengers, any of that, their whole idea is that the Maw is actually really behind this whole thing. And so they've started to set up an army and started to set up searches. Now, I forgot what the teleporting ability is called.
Yeah, I forget the name of it, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But they can't leave. They can't leave Earth. It allows them to only go so far, and he's the only one who's actually figured out how to apparate between areas with the help of Thanos. And so because they can't get a hold of him, some find out that through news that it's actually it is him, who they still believe, but they find out that there's actually a league of superheroes that help out. So instead of helping them directly, they help them indirectly with spells and incantations. We've actually seen this before, where they use controlling on the mind. They use memory spells and stuff like that to read into your mind and into your memories and everything. And they give Thor a little extra dose of something special with his hammer. And obviously in the first battle, because Thanos has all of the stones, besides one at that point, I want to say, they end up losing. To be continued. I'm gonna stop my story right there, but to be continued. But I think the biggest takeaway from that piece is like, obviously they were affected heavily, and the first person that they thought it was the Maw, who has telekinesis and is a sorcerer in his own right. So yeah, we find out that he's actually human, but he's been and using dark magic to a level that he don't even look nowhere near like himself. I like because he even got the long hair and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
All right, Notoko Yui, your turn.
Good lord, that was a long one. Oh man,
You got to ride with me sometimes.
I know,
Ride with me.
and I was riding with it. I was like, okay, I see where he's going with this. I was like, jeez, I mean, everything sounded right too. Mine's, I'm actually looking at it a little bit different than my perspective. But then you did actually throw something very interesting that makes a little bit of sense. Because Thanos didn't have one of the actual stones, so I look at it from, what if he actually didn't have the Tesseract and the Tesseract actually went somewhere else? Look at it from that perspective.
Space Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Space Stone. So what if actually the Space Stone actually went to, like you said, Maw, what are we gonna call him?
Mhm.
What if he actually had his hands on it instead and actually, kind of worked his way around that? So I look at it from, like, if the Tesseract really didn't actually, if the Tesseract was not in Thanos' hand, where could it went? And what if it actually went to someone in the Wizarding world? So if it went to Maul, for example, or Harry, or someone else whatsoever, somebody could actually use that power to actually get away from the situation of, basically from Thanos' snap whatsoever. So I see it from that perspective, that it's like anybody can actually have their hands on it. It just, the door is open to the possibility is endless. When it could be anyone who can get it. It could be that person could use it for good. Somebody could use it for evil. It could be used any type of way whatsoever. But they wouldn't. But for someone who don't know what the stone is actually for, and they actually kind of do research or try to figure out some type of research whatsoever, I could see them actually like, all right, we can use this to maybe jump through time or different things like that whatsoever to basically fix the problem before this situation happened. So, I mean, that's how I look at it from that perspective. Mine's very simple, sweet.
All right, cool. All right, so before I get into my theory, what's crazy is there were 4 stones on Earth at once, but they were never together.
Yep.
Which is the Reality Stone.
Yep.
The Space Stone, which is the Tesseract.
Yep.
The Time Stone. And I want to say, when did they get that doggone reality? The Mind Stone.
The Mind Stone came from when what's her name died.
Yeah.
Who?
Scarlet.
No, that was Soul.
No.
That was Soul. That was Soul
That
Stone.
was Soul.
Oh yeah, sorry.
The Mind Stone wasn't Mind Stone from what's his name?
I forget his
It
name.
came in that staff that Loki. The staff that Loki had, that wasn't a Tesseract. That was the Mind Stone.
Oh, I thought the Mind Stone.
Because-
what's his name?
Cause Ultron took it out of the staff
Oh
and
yeah,
was
yeah,
placing
yeah,
it in his new body,
Yeah, I remember.
which is Vision.
Yeah.
So, okay,
that's what I
yeah,
meant.
so-
yeah.
There were 4 stones on Earth at once, and that's crazy to think. And then miraculously, they all got split up. So of course Thor and the Asgardians took the Tesseract. They had it over in Asgard, but they gave the Reality Stone to the Collector. That is the most stupidest thing
It really is.
ever. Like, that was crazy.
I still sit here and still think of, like, why would you do that to begin with? Why?
Yeah, but there is a theory of why they did that and gave it to the Collector. I ain't finna go on that theory, but let me get into my theory of the Wizarding world being affected. by the reality or the events of Infinity War in Endgame. So I'm gonna actually go with the actual movie. So let's say it's all like wizards are just totally in their world. Odin, well, I gotta go back to Odin. So with his visits and stuff like that, and he is his loyal people that were praising him and that he talked. He actually built a secret society. You know what I'm saying? He had magic. He knew they had magical powers. He knew they had magical abilities. He was able to help them harness it, but he taught them a new magic called ancient magic, which we see in Hogwarts Legacy 2. In ancient magic, you're taught about the cosmetic magic, which is or the powers of the cosmos and what controls that. And at one point of time, Odin had all 6 Infinity Stones. He actually made a gauntlet. That's where he got the idea from. So when he had that power, he knew that it was, you know what I'm saying, bad or whatever, like that, you know, dispersed the Infinity Stones. This is all canon. He dispersed the Infinity Stones, right? So in my story, basically when he did that, he knew the power of all 6, having all 6. And if somebody got their hands on it, the wrong person got their hands on it, there needs to be a defense mechanism, and there needs to be ways to kind of counteract what happens and stuff like that. So he has this secret society of wizards. Only it's like a bloodline. He has like select wizards, and they're like the Avengers type thing. But basically, they know about all the secrets of the Infinity Stones and what each stone does and what they can do and whatever like that. So with the ancient magic, they're able to actually counteract, have an antidote, if you will, to an effect of the Infinity Stones effect. So when this happens, fast forward, when Thanos gets the Infinity Stones, of course the wizards in the wizarding world are in their own world. They don't know what's going down. They don't know that this purple man or thing just came out of nowhere and he actually collected the very thing that like the secret society knew about in the wizard world. Not all the wizards knew about this knowledge of this ancient magic and the Infinity Stones and stuff like that, but certain with, like I said, a bloodline, a secret society within the secret society. So Thanos do what he do. He plucks that final the Mind Stone off of Vision, puts it in his stuff, and he snaps, and everybody gets dusted. But as this happening, descendants of that bloodline, they were in ancient magic. They recognize certain effects that can happen during a snap or somebody using the stones and stuff like that. They recognize the effects of that. So when they start seeing wizards going to dust, some of them were able to use that ancient magic and actually stop, like freeze that time and stop certain people from actually getting dusted away. But they weren't totally not affected. Some people was missing arms, legs, stuff like that still, you know what I'm saying? They was able to kind of catch, certain important people that they were around because they had this ancient magic knowledge, right? So when this happens, the Ministry of Magic, they're going, this secret society of wizards contacts the Ministry of Magic, and they start working with them and let them know this is what's going down, and they know what's going on. The Muggles are getting into it with something outside of the Earth, the world. Like this is some galaxy stuff. This is the cosmos. Like something's going down. So now the wizarding or the Ministry of Magic are looking at the Muggles and seeing what's going down. They're actually like paying attention to what's going on. Got opened up. Wakanda actually reaches out to the Ministry of Magic Anyway, so it was almost like they kind of like met in the middle, like, hey, look, this is going down. Whoop to whoop. This purple thing named Thanos just came and just did some crazy stuff. He had the Infinity Stone, Oh, snap, my bad. He had the Infinity. In the world? You alright? Anyway, he had the Infinity Stones. And, you know, he did some crazy stuff. Now he... All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Yeah, me intrigued. I was trying to figure out what.
I know. I was like, hold up. Jeez.
Yeah, so oh, he's back. I was gonna say I was gonna continue on. Go ahead. Go
All right,
ahead.
so, where was I? Let me see. Where I was at? The Infinity. Oh, they met up with the Wakandans, talked about the Infinity Stones, type stuff or whatever, blah blah blah. So now they're coming with a plan, and now the Wizarding World have made themselves known to Shield. So they're talking to the Wakandans. They're coming up with a plan on what's going down, and the Wizards are basically like, is there anybody, you know, important gone? And then they start saying, oh, Black Panther's gone, you know, this and the third, this leader's gone, that person's gone, this and the third. How can we devise a plan on getting this back? Blah blah blah, this and the third. Those ancient wizards, or the descendants of the ancient wizards, they remembered there was a lesson on time and timelines and multiverses, and there being verse or alternate timelines that where they can rewind time, go to, and actually do some things instead of Tony Stark and the Hulk finding out how to do the time travel thing and going into the quantum realm. They don't have to do all that, right? Only thing they have to do is use this ancient magic and go to a specific spot that Odin made. It's like a little gateway, and it's like a little door or whatever like that. They go to the specific spot, they do their chants, they have the runes up, and they do their chants, and they use this ancient magic, this portal, to be able to reverse time, to be able to stop Thanos from snapping. So instead of going into this heist of messing up other timelines, they're able to rewind, go back to the time where Thanos was in Wakanda, show up, stop Thanos from plucking that doggone Mind Stone out of Vision. By using their ancient magic, they're able to get those stones off of him, and they're able to take it. And now these wizards are now tasked with hiding these stones again. So since they're Odin followers, they have to actually go to other realms and hide these stones. Which realms technically will be planets in a sense, but they go to Malfheim, they go to like all these like realms to hide these stones, to reverse basically the timeline. When they went back and stopped them, they stayed in that timeline, and then after all of that happened, right, they didn't mess up the flow of time, they didn't mess up the timeline, and basically they're still on a nice little path. Thanos is defeated, nobody got snapped away. So now, in the result of that, they got to do a big old giant obliviate spell to the Avengers and whoever saw them, the wizards. The ministry has to do all these oblivious spells, and this is pretty much how they go back into hiding. So that's my theory on how the effects of the Infinity War happened, all this other stuff, and how they were able to stay secret and remain silent. They were able to reverse that time using ancient magic via backup plan from Odin. So yep, that's my theory.
Can I add a little something?
Yeah.
Just like an open thought. I dare say that almost. I won't even say almost. I dare say that all of the Infinity Stones actually directly came from them.
Came from who?
From the Wizards. So perfect for example, I'll say this for example too. They gave the time stone. Obviously, we know who has the time stone. Like when we first see the time stone.
Yeah, that's why I would actually say though. But you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that time stone was given to them for that particular person for particular safekeeping. But they actually use pieces of those different stones for different things. So perfect example. The
Philosopher's Stone.
the Wizards have what is called a no, not the pensieve. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the necklace that turns back time.
Yeah.
It actually has shards of the time stone in it, so it can only go back so far. So it's not the same level as the actual time stone.
Yeah.
But it can only go back so far, right? When you talk about the Philosopher's Stone actually works as well, right? The Mind Stone or the Reality Stone, those were both wizard tools.
The ether.
Yep. And so like you said, it directly connects with them, but to safeguard it, to keep other wizards, other unrighteous wizards or evil wizards from getting it, they actually gave it out to different muggles and displaced it out into the galaxy in different parts, right? So that way, if they did have to handle business, you know what I mean? If we gotta come and handle business ourselves, we ain't gotta handle other wizards. We can handle people that we can handle people that we ain't got no problem handling.
So hey, are you piggybacking off of my ancient wizard society?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like these are the founding people. These are the people that got to keep. What do you call people in the Loki show? What were they called?
The time TVA.
The time, yeah.
TVA.
Yeah.
Basically them, right? But they are sole purpose to watch these stones. You know what I'm saying? And they obviously got some connection with the TVA because they like, actually, y'all really think these is big, but we mass produce these. You know what I'm saying? But y'all supposed to be holding on to them. You know what I mean? So like, but yeah, I definitely think that could definitely work out, especially because they like, it's almost like they like, oh, you need a little pop here. Let me go ahead and script a little. There you go. That's enough. They drug lords. That's enough. That's enough now.
Hey, there's a theory that the Infinity Stones were just basically another you know how basically all the Infinity Stones were in vessels already. So you had the Tesseract, you had the Ether, the staff, which I forgot what the staff is named. They actually had a name for that staff. I just can't remember what it was. Because it was two different stones. But anyway, but yeah, so you know how those were like the vessels they was in, then you break them, and then the actual stones are in there with a whole nother power set and stuff like that. And then Thanos actually destroyed them, right? He destroyed the vessel, but that they weren't destroyed. Their power just transferred to actual beings. And since they was on Earth, they saw worthy beings that can, harness their power, and like Nexus beings. So basically all the Nexus beings in the universe, which is Scarlet Witch, Loki, Adam Warlock, who the Power Stone was. I'll think of it. But anyway, they all basically could. Remember, I had that theory about like how all the villains are representing the Infinity Stones, or all the shows are representing the Infinity Stones and stuff like that. And it was like, yeah, Wanda did a lot of reality bending. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like the reality stone, and her powers were heightened when the mind stone they gave her, about the mind stone actually gave her, enhanced her powers, you know, to the Scarlet Witch thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what basically was said in the MCU thing, whatever. So, yeah, there's like this theory that basically when Thanos did that, it just transferred to the beings that it saw suitable to hold it. So that ether kind of came into her pulse and basically became this like she's the living embodiment of the reality stone. So basically getting Scarlet Witch, Loki, all the people that has like this affinity power in them, putting them all together to fight one person. Like there, you know what I'm saying, right there. And that team, that six, that there's a reason why there's like 6 Avengers, right? Because there's 6 Infinity Stones. So basically, at the end of the day, when they do Secret Wars, there's going to be 6 beings to defeat whatever main threat there is, mega threat there is, and they're going to represent the Infinity Stone type stuff. You know what I mean? I thought that theory, when I heard that, I was like, see, somebody cooking with grease just like me, because I thought the exact thing when I started. I was like, there's something they doing with these people, because I was like, Wanda is the reality stone. And then the time stone, of course, was Loki. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who's the other stones? I forgot who they said the doggone power stone was, though, and the space stone. I'll think of it. But anyway, but yeah. So on to our last question. So, in the Wizarding World, if the Wizarding World decides to team up or have someone team up with the Avengers or in the MCU, not the Avengers, but in the MCU, what wizard in any genre, this can be stories that you actually read or seen or watched or whatever like that, what wizard would be the perfect candidate to join a team, and what team would they join? And that does not include the Fantastic Four. They're out of this. This goes on. So I'm gonna start with you, Noodle.
That's a good one too.
Wait, Sandstorm. Did I start with you first?
Yeah.
Or
No, second.
Second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's you.
Yep, it's me.
Okay.
It's me.
Okay.
All right. That's actually a very good question right there. And this one actually, I didn't get a chance to even try to think very carefully at the time. I got distracted. As I was thinking, I fell asleep and playing Code Vein 2 at the same time. I was like, oh crap, I woke up. Hold up. I need to get this last question out the way. Team, let's see. So I know team, but as for what wizard, that's going to be a tough one right there. That is a tough one. Because I'm kind of looking like between like.
It can be at any time frame too.
Yeah.
Because she does tell multiple stories and stuff like that. It can be any wizard at any time.
Yeah, that's why I said that's the tough part right there. That's the tough part. Like team wise, like for MCU, I'm thinking Team Cap easily hands down this one for no
the
reason.
Avengers?
The Avengers, basically, hands down. But as for the Wizard, I'm thinking it's a tough call because I'm looking at between like Dumbledore's one and I think I can't remember the name from Fantastic Beasts. I can't remember his name because it's been a minute since I've seen Fantastic Beasts, but I can't remember the actual name. I think the main character, or unless it's like
Newt Scamander.
Yeah, there you
His
go.
name is Newt.
There you go. Yep, that's what I'm thinking of in my head right there.
Okay, so Newt. All right. And you will put him on, so you said Newt and who was the other one?
Dumbledore.
Okay. And you'll put them on.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Sandstorm.
I have one in particular, but they have not put a team yet together with the Black Knight. which is
So it technically don't exist yet, but I know where you're going.
which is unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? So I guess like the closest other team that I could really theoretically see him in. Actually, there's two teams that I could see him in. It would either be Guardians of the Galaxy, because I could see if he is how I think he is. Let's put it that way. It'd either be Guardians of the Galaxy, or I could see him on the Thunderbolts. And that person would be Merlin. Because Merlin always comes off as playful but serious, very wise. I think he would.
What's crazy is he's a Slytherin with those characteristics.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He's so I think he would be really good in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Because I think he would be the one doing all the tricks. You know what I mean? Like, I could easily.
He'd be the comic relief.
Yeah, he would be the comic relief.
Which the whole Guardians of the Galaxy is just comedy, period.
Right. But I think he would be the one, like, every time something happens, he'd be like, you know, like, that was definitely Merlin. Merlin definitely did that. And actually, for the same reason with the Thunderbolts, but I also think he would play. While I like him in Guardians of the Galaxy, I think he would be an overall like funny character in them with them. I think his actual real purpose with the Thunderbolts was to never let Century ever go dark. You know what I mean? So like. Because we know Merlin, you know, obviously up until Dumbledore, as the most powerful wizard of all time. So I think that's Century's like weakness is magic. So for him to for them to have like fun and all that other stuff, and then Century would be like, you know, like he's starting to change. Merlin would be like, what? Calm all that down. Like, sit down, boy. You know what I mean? Like, Bobby, you know what I'm saying? It turned him back regular, but it would always be serious. Like, he would have fun. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think Merlin's not too far from a Slytherin, to be honest with you. I think he would watch that happen and be having fun until it was like, Merlin, do something, and he's like, all right. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I think he would find it hilarious. Like, oh, you gonna get us all killed, boy? You know, get us all killed. Like, but yeah, I definitely think Merlin would play really good in either one of those, because he seems like a very serious but very comedy-like person. What's ironic, I'm pretty sure isn't there a Merlin in the MCU?
No. Well, no, he's mentioned, but like he's not. They talk about him in Doctor Strange.
I was gonna say, like, I felt like he was like because they talk about different like mythical people, you know what I mean, and not even like or mythical, but like Arthur, the Black Knight, you know what I mean, like those people. So I'm like, wait a minute,
they talked about Merlin in Doctor Strange. I want to say the first one. They mentioned.
Yes, they do.
Him, and basically, like some comic, like what you think Merlin did.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
He was real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So So he's sort of in the MCU, but just like he's sort of
and
in the Wizard world. Yeah.
But the only reason why I brought him up is because like he actually has stuff in Hogwarts Legacy where you have to find his like, I forgot what they call them now, but basically his puzzles, Merlin's puzzles. So it's like, okay, he is actually real, but you never actually see him for him as his character.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So for me, I'm gonna go with two. As a team, though, like not as a team, but like as a duo type thing, which they do not need to be a duo at all. But I think it will be a nice I think it'll be a nice contrast because you got a brains and brawn type situation. But I will put Godric Gryffindor and Rowena Ravenclaw onto the Avengers as
Okay.
a team.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? As a duo or stuff like that. The reason why I do that is because honestly, they taught the most powerful wizards what they know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if we got like, ever got a story about them in their younger years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like 20s and things of that nature or something like that. Because I think they were almost, when they made Hogwarts, they were probably in their like 40s and 50s when they made Hogwarts, I want to say. But like if we get a story of them in their younger years, I believe, honestly, they would kind of be similar to like Cap. Well, like Gryffindor would definitely be like a Cap, and then brains and brawn, or that brains of Relena will kind of be like the intelligence of having a I don't want to say Tony Stark because Tony Stark is. I'll say Bruce Banner intelligence. You know what I'm saying? I believe there will be well calculated geniuses as far as like fight situations and stuff like that. I believe like Relena studied science, so she definitely will be teaming up with Tony Stark with technology and stuff like that. But to have magic along with them, I think that would be a major plus. That would be kind of like having Scarlet Witch with brains. You know what I'm saying? And then just having like Gryffindor just being like he'll get off and like he'll be the first person to punch Thanos. Probably like I believe he'll probably be the one like Thanos. Be like,
you mean on some like anime like he got the wand out and he'd be like, I don't need this.
Yeah. And be like, shh. And then Thanos is like,
right.
But
You
yeah,
may want to pick up that wand, son. Pick up that wand, son.
I think he'll definitely be. I for some reason in my mind, I vision Godric as being like a comedian, bro. Like him being just super funny, like you know what I'm saying. And Relena being like this Scarlet Witch, not Scarlet, but maybe Black Widow type person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well calculated, well thought out. She got a plan for. She almost like Batman type thing, and she'll be able to kind of hit you with like a spell you don't even know that you were hit with, and then until like you do a move, and then you're like, hold on, I can't move. I can't. Yeah, I think she'd be one of those. So
Finally,
I'll
it's
put
working.
Yeah.
Man.
But just based off of the characteristics of the houses and what they reflect, the wizard will be perfect additions to, the Avengers. Plus, they're red and white. You know what I'm saying? Or they're red, white, and blue. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Those colors. So I think that'll work perfect. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so that will be our theories. So if you're watching this, leave your theories down in the comments section, or now you know what, because I'm sure people's theories are very long. Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on Twitter and have a discussion with us there. You know what I'm saying, about your theory of how the Wizarding world can exist into the MCU. So before we wrap up today's show, we have some trailers we're actually gonna look at. Let me pull that stuff up. Down, Biggie. Down. Let's go. Okay. Our first trailer for today is brought to you by DC. I think we should do how the Wizarding World can fit into DC Comics.
Oh boy.
That was actually my original thought process, was how can the Wizarding World and DC exist? And you know what? That is too easy. Like, way too easy. All right, so our first trailer is a trailer that was shown during the Super Bowl. Supergirl.
Who are you? What was it like to lose everything in a day?
Kurton didn't die in a day. The gods are not that kind. This is not gonna end well. For you guys.
What's Superman like?
He sees the good in everyone. And I see the truth.
Baby Krill.
All right. Just a quick little trailer and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? What y'all think about that little snippet? Now, honestly, it's had Jason Momoa's name actually attached to it, which I didn't see him in there. So it was kind of like they did that and gave us some false information. Like, where's Jason at? Y'all said Jason. We supposed to see the first look of him being Lobos, but whatever. But anyway, just a quick little something. So I think we already gave our opinions on the original. Or no, did me and you watch the full trailer of Supergirl? I believe we did.
I feel like we did.
Yeah, because last week I looked at God River. Yeah. So yep. All right. So Sandstorm, were you able to watch the full version of the trailer?
Yeah, the original trailer.
Yeah. What you think about it?
Yeah, I was definitely on board. I mean, I was on board at the end of Superman, to be honest with you, but definitely on board for this one. I have honestly never really given Supergirl like an honest chance outside of like the cartoons, which I've always thought she was okay. Between like her and Superboy, I find Superboy more entertaining. Pause. But I think like watching this, I think it's going to be a really good movie, and they've already like moved in the right direction to me as far as like DC and the Superman movies. So if it's anything like how Superman was, I'm excited for it. To be honest with you, they don't really need to sell me on any other trailers. Like, they don't need to bring out, like, if there is Jason and Momoa in this like whole little situation, you don't gotta show me. I'll see him in the movie. So like it's cool. I know they're probably gonna drop one more trailer before it comes out, but yeah, I'm already for it. I've seen what I needed to see.
Yeah. All right. So on to our next trailer. Bucky.
This arena has always had an unbreakable rule, but this time, the fighters can use weapons!
Strange heartbeat I keep sensing.
Seriously, hold on.
My name is Musashi Miyamoto.
World's strongest was made for him. The greatest warrior who ever walked the earth.
He's so strong.
His godlike fighting skills almost make him one. I would like to see you fight.
I will defeat the strong. The strongest man alive is about to meet his match.
You are correct. I wish for a decisive end. All right then. Let's go all out.
Let's go. How about now? Can you see it? Do you understand? There's no one stronger than I am.
I had no idea this kind of power even existed. Defeat meant death.
Are you trying to insult me?
That man's a cultural heritage. She can't do that. Take your hearts out and put on a show.
Here I am, a man of the 21st century, about to battle the best swordsman of the Warring States period. He's gonna face me with 2 swords.
Listen, Baki. I won't go easy on you.
Pieces are coming together. The world, the gods themselves. We'll finally be able to find out who's the strongest.
Next week. Oh. What y'all think about that?
Wait, so next week?
Yep.
I think it's another week. No, yeah, another week ago. 2 weeks.
They ain't in the weekend?
No, it's on a Thursday.
Oh, okay, yeah. Anyway, this month.
Yep.
What y'all think about
This
that?
month. Oh man. I'll start off. Actually, this looks really, really good. I mean, I haven't got a chance to check out Baki, but I heard a lot of good things about it whatsoever. So I definitely know bits and pieces of it whatsoever. So I definitely need to check it out. Again, I'm still in that little state of Netflix on anime on Netflix. It's still the haunting of me. So I'm trying to ease myself into trying to watch anime on Netflix. I'm trying really hard. It's like when you got all the other channels. But yeah, Baki definitely looks good. I'm definitely am curious about this one right here. So definitely need to check it out.
So you haven't caught any of the Bakis?
I haven't. I think I read a little bit of it, but I haven't really watched the animes yet.
Okay.
So.
Okay. All right. Storm?
So I have caught all of the Bakis. And like it the way it ended, I was okay with the ending. But obviously they're gonna keep it going because they're gonna stay on the hype, which is cool. I'll definitely watch this one. It interests me because that is Musashi Miyamoto Musashi. Which is, for some of y'all who don't know, a legendary samurai.
Yep.
From in the day. It is, well, I won't even go into it, but it's cool to see them tapping into some legendary pieces again. At one point in time, we had Ali. I don't think Tyson was in there, was he?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the jail one.
Oh yeah, that's right. So we've seen these legendary American fighters. It's gonna be cool to see, Japan historical legendary fighters, and I'm kind of wondering how far they're gonna take it out and branch it out.
They did all the Chinese legendary fighters. I think first season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's
because they went to China first. Then no. That was second season.
Yeah, that was second season.
Yeah. They sure did. Yeah. So this is fourth season then, because the third season had that prehistoric dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is gonna be really interesting to watch and see. It says sword versus fist. Obviously, Miyamoto was a legendary swordsman, but obviously he's gonna have one of those. I'm so in tune with my body, I can hold my invisible sword to make an actual sword. So when I move my body, it's still gonna cut you, type of deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm here for it. It's cool.
Yeah, I just love Baki in general. So I'm excited for it. the weapons thing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think we were going to get to that point, but I mean, when we're talking about great fighters, and you know, this anime or this manga and anime period is literally what I imagine Saiyan society being like. The society of how the Saiyans are. I feel like this is their society type. This is how I imagine Goku and Vegeta hashing things out on Planet Vegeta. You know what I'm saying? Like this is them all day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyway, on to our next one, which I think came out today. Now, here's the thing. So nothing was shown during Super Bowl, but so Marvel didn't show anything during the Super Bowl. So it was rumored that they're going to show something this month, just not during Super Bowl, and we didn't know what that was. So we have this Spider-Man movie coming out, New Day, brand new day. We thought that trailer would come out, but actually, we got a different Spider-Man.
Oh.
Let's get it.
Tell me why.
You already know how it ends.
Well, then, start from the beginning.
Ticks. Thoughts. Impulses. I manage to suppress them. Most of the time.
What's going on, Ben?
Wait. What the hell happened to him?
I beat up some guys in a bar. And I got plastered.
What are you thinking about over there?
Bit of an existential crisis, if I'm honest.
Struck a nerve, huh?
Oh, I'm watching that in black and white. Yeah, ain't no way I'm watching that in color. All right, so what y'all think?
I'll go first. Actually, this brings up, you know when you know in the movie Tron, right? In the second one, in the second movie in Tron, I forgot what the main character's name is. Not Kevin. His son. So
I forgot his name right now too. I can't think of it.
Yeah, I know it's on the tip of my tongue too. Like I know the name. But you know, in Tron, when he ends up showing up into the Tron world, he goes through the whole little thing, yada yada yada. You know, he gets brought back to his back to the house. And he sees his dad for the first time. And they give hugs, sentiments, all this other stuff, blah blah blah. Right? When they sit down at the table, and they start eating. He's asking questions about him and everything. He's answering them, and he's like, "So I'm wondering." He's like, "So I'm sure you have a lot of questions for me." And he says, "I have just one." Why is my man in here and he ain't in Blade? What is going on here? What happened? What happened? What's going on? Because unless he's supposed to be like Blade on the low in this.
Oh no, that's not Mahershala. That's not Mahershala. No, I know you talk about that.
I'm
no.
like, wait a minute. Like,
Yeah,
wait a
no,
minute.
no,
Hold
that's
on.
not
Time out.
Mahershala. That was that's a comedian dude. I forgot it. You've seen him on other stuff.
Yeah.
Too,
He's skinny though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cause like when the first shot, and it's funny because my boy at work was like, yeah, and Copperhead's in here too, and I was like, nah, that can't be right. He's like, yeah, he's in here. I'm like, he's supposed to be Blade, and he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. So why is he in here?
yeah.
So when I see the quick glance, I'm like, yo, my man's was right. He is in here. What is going on? Like, okay, that's cool. Cause I'm like, this is not, there's something wrong here. He just gonna show up and be cool. Like, hey, I'm not Blade, but it's okay. I'm just a sideline character in this next joint. Like, no. You need to be asking some questions. Talk to your agent. But outside of that, I think it's cool. Another question. So that means that Ghost Rider is officially not MCU, or are we just gonna pretend like that's just gonna be somebody else? Since Nicolas Cage is Noir now, so
he been Noir.
So we just
like he's been the voice of Noir for like since Spider-Verse came out.
Oh yeah, that part I know. But like we just gonna officially just call it then. So like he's officially Spider-Man Noir, and Ghost Rider is not part of this universe in any kind of shape or form.
No, he's definitely going. He's still the Ghost Rider. I believe they're going to pass the torch though, but no, he's going to be Ghost Rider and stuff like that. This is separate. Like literally, their universe is different now. I don't know what that different universe is. I don't know how they're going to play this off with it. We need our answers from the Spider-Verse or that Spider-Man movie, Brand New Day. But yeah, no, they're his Noir is in a different universe. Period. Like if you watch Spider-Verse, he comes from a different Spider-Verse.
Right.
So a whole nother universe. So like basically there can be a Nicolas Cage Noir and there'd be a Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider, just like there's a Nicolas Cage Superman.
It's all. I think it's all dumb. But I think that New Day is to be honest with you, if I was being 100 with you, I think it's to line up all the Sony movies that were happening that were supposed to be like separate, but they like, yeah, we kind of need those characters back at some point. Like y'all gonna have to give up the Venom. Like we played with it a little bit, but like we're gonna need to collect. So
good news. Yeah, that movie is definitely going to sit up here and make us happy as Spider-Man fans and stuff like that. It's definitely bringing things together. And we might actually get a real MJ.
Yeah, that would be nice too.
Oh, word?
If you're not going to give us a real MJ, like we already got Gwen, but like give us like the real life Gwen, you know?
Yeah.
So,
They are.
yeah.
They are. Stranger Things, girl. Supposed to be Silk. Who I heard was playing Gwen with somebody else. I forgot. But anyway, yeah, Gwen is here.
I feel like it's almost hard to be girl because I think she was cute back in the day, but but for real though,
back in the day when I was just.
But for real though, she was actually not a bad Gwen, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She wasn't. Definitely wasn't. We need a cat.
We do need a cat. Seriously,
we do need a black cat.
Yeah.
But when we're gonna get it, I don't know.
I'm so surprised that they didn't make a black cat around the same time they was making Catwoman.
Yeah.
That would have clashed. That would have clashed like a
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, if DC gonna do it, we got. Hey, hold on, we got one too. Wait a minute, hold on. Y'all trying to bring out guns? Hold on, wait a minute. I got guns too.
Oh, y'all put Holly Berry in here? Okay,
Right.
okay. We gonna put Angela.
Angela Bassett, you know what I'm saying? Oh, dang, Angelina Jolie as Cat. Hold on, timeout. They'd be like, hold on, timeout. Hold on, we didn't wreck the whole thing. Now y'all want to play? Now y'all want to play, huh? Huh? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Let her turn around in that suit. That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, y'all want Halle Berry sexy. Oh. Yeah, Angelina, you ready?
That would have been crazy, bro. Angelina as Cat. Oh my gosh,
the red carpet would have went insane at that point in time. Like, ooh, hey, there she is. Hey, yo, Halle Berry. Hey, bet you don't say nothing to her. Bet you don't say nothing to her.
Cat fight.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah, that would have been dope.
Yeah.
Noto, did you go?
No, I didn't.
Right.
I'm still laughing. Oh man. Yeah, I'm kind of on the same page with Sandstorm. Literally, it does look good. I'm on the same page as you as well, Vito. I'll definitely see this in black and white and actually in color because it looks better in black and white.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense for it.
Yeah, it's noir.
Yeah, exactly. It makes sense, but
I don't see Nicolas Cage real face.
I know.
It need to be a black and white.
Yeah.
It won't feel right. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But at the same time, I'm still going I'm still on the same page with this whole Nicolas Cage now being noir, but then we got Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider. And I'm like, hey, what's going on here? I'm confused. Like, I need questions to be. Look.
He's Superman too on that Flash movie.
Yeah, that's right too. Look, I'm just saying, like, I need answers. I need answers to these questions. Like, what's going on here?
Wasn't he another superhero at one point?
I feel like he was, but I can't.
Another
remember.
superhero?
Yeah.
I feel like he has, but I don't think so.
I can't think. It might have just been. It might have been.
National Treasure.
Oh yeah, National Treasure. But yeah, I think it was just. Ghost Rider and
Superman.
Noir and Superman. Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, but it looks interesting. I'll give it a check. I'll check it out. I mean, like I said, in black and white, it'd be cool for it. So yeah.
The crazy thing is, what I think is like Cage as a Spider-Man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Like, especially at this age. Like, if we got like a young Nicolas Cage, but we got an old Nicolas Cage as Spider-Man. And what's crazy is, I don't know if that was a toupee or not. It was a little further back because it looked like his hair was like a little, you know what I'm saying? Like his hairline came back or something. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know.
Because I was like, he don't look right. I think they was trying to make him look younger or something, but I was like, he don't look right.
That man need to pay his bills just like everybody else. I ain't mad at him.
Hey, I'm looking. I'm like, did you put on the? I'm like, nah. I need the real nigga. I don't need the toupee. Let me see the gaps. That's what make you hard. You know what I'm saying? We got that during Knight Rider and stuff. So you know, hey man, stay true to your hairline, cuz like be natural out here. Don't try to be young. That's old wit. That's old wit.
He said, I'm trying to get something out of here. Hey, listen, I'm trying to get a buck. What you gonna put me in? Yes.
Hey, so also who was in there was the Asian girl from Sinners. So and the love interest or something. So we definitely got a star-studded cast, and it's a series, so that's a good thing too. So it's not just a movie or something like that.
That's good news.
We get some story. You know what I'm saying? We get some story.
That's good news.
Yep. So on to our. Is this our last one? Let me see. No, it's not our last one. So we got to kind of breeze through this. Our next one, Hoppers.
Doc! Oh, I need your help. Mabel, I'm in the middle of class.
a class that you are enrolled in.
Stop, Mabel.
Come with me. The traditional methods to understand animals just weren't working. But we've done it, Mabel. We created a revolutionary technology that gives us unprecedented access to the animal world. We call it hoppers. Huh? We put this into this. Yes, this into this. Mabel, be careful!
Whoa. And they were in the same den.
No.
I understand you.
What you doing, lady?
This is incredible!
Hey, what's your name, Beaver?
Mabel?
You want to live here, you better learn pond rules.
What are pond rules?
Oh, I am clearing the rest of the day. Let's hear it for Mabel, everyone. Rule number 1, don't be a stranger. Looking good, Fran. Tom, Laquan, Tamara, Prudence, Pete, Peter, Petey.
Yeah, it's crowded, but we're still alive.
Rule number 2, when you gotta eat, eat.
How did he get a little crown?
That's your question?
Fellow animals! The humans have stolen their last inch of land from us.
There he is.
We gotta fight back!
She seems to have become a Joan of Arc type rebel leader.
Mabel, we do not use hopping technology to upset the animal world. She found the button. The Animal Council has been summoned. The shrill beaver is right.
Yeah!
Their treachery ends here. Now!
Yeah!
Let's squish the humans.
Yeah! Wait, squish? They squish us! Why shouldn't we squish one of them?
I really don't think we need to go all the way to squish.
That was intense.
Everybody here getting out of control.
Over here!
Your life is in danger. You must do exactly as we say, Harry. LOL, I mean, Jerry. Drive now. Rocket ship.
What's my favorite?
My favorite's...
All right. So what y'all think?
What is going on? So much stuff happened so quick. Oh my god.
Whose turn is it? Noto or is it Sansor?
I think it was me.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks funny. I'm not gonna lie. And since it's Pixar, it's Disney and Pixar, so yeah, we're gonna have a field day with this one. Like, no, we are so gonna have a field day with this. I'm not gonna lie. That's all I got to say.
All right. Storm.
I miss this kind of good comedy.
Yeah.
Good cartoon silliness comedy. Yeah, it looks good. I feel like it's one of those movies if I ever took my kids to, my daughter would like nonstop laughing, like one of those like not regular like ha 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 laughs, but like where you can't get it out. The one of them type of laughs, like she couldn't hold it back. Like I can't breathe. But yeah, I think it looks good. It looks like some good fun, some good old animal fun.
Yeah. Dog, the Council of Animals.
Right.
Oh man.
Y'all had crowns for the Like, where y'all get those crowns for real? For real? Like the bugs had crowns. We gonna squish them. Really?
Right. That's where we going with this.
And then hold on, the bear. Where was the bear at? Wasn't the bear stuff in there?
Oh man.
Was the bear inside the tree? Like, how does this work, bro? It reminded me of the Buzz Life a little bit.
Right,
oh,
right.
Oh snap! That doesn't make sense. But yeah, I'm excited to see that. You know what I'm saying? I know I won't go to theaters because I have no reason to, but I will see it when it comes out. on Disney Plus. Definitely. All right, so on to our last one, which is nothing but a tribute to the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. The commercial that was shown during the halftime, or not halftime show, but the Super Bowl. So,
what's my favorite?
My favorite's the one that's got jet black hair.
He's extremely fast.
Limitless. So cute. She has a 12-octave vocal range.
Can be calm.
Powerful.
Estilo como yo.
닮기도 한 것 같아갖고.
He would improvise on the spot.
Just always finds a way to make it funny.
We both have very fast
moves.
And can change the world using its mind.
Jigglypuff is my favorite. Jigglypuff, Jigglypuff.
Every single time you met a new Pokemon, it felt like you met a new part of yourself.
He likes to sleep. Just like me.
뭔가 여러 모습으로 변할 수 있는 모습도.
Sí, tiene muchas formas de superar a sus oponentes.
Como mischievous, pero Dios, su love language.
Sa loyauté, sa rapidité.
She uses her voice to protect herself.
It's homey, you know? Totally.
That's why I love it.
My favorite is Eevee.
Mi favorito es Siga. Arcanine.
Gengar.
Jigglypuff.
Luxray.
So, what's your favorite?
Dale Fox. I'm in love. All right. So, what's your favorite Pokemon? I'm gonna start off with Sandstorm.
That's actually a tough call. I can tell you what my favorite Pokemon is of every generation, but I couldn't tell you exactly what my favorite Pokemon is of all time. I do have some that are up there that stand out a little more than others. First generation is Blastoise. Second generation is a three-way tie between Tyranitar, Typhlosion, and Umbreon. Third generation, which is Alpha and Sapphire, is either Metagross or Blaziken. The generation after that is Diamond and Pearl, which definitely has to be Lucario. Definitely has to be up there. The generation after that is Black and White. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ruby Sapphire, Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, it's got to be Black and White. Black and White has to be. That one's really tough because there ain't really too many ones that I really mess with like that. Hydreigon is in there. Zekrom is in there. I think that's really actually it because I really didn't like that generation too much. Let me see what's after that. X and Y is definitely got to be Greninja as one. I loved. I always call him Alamar, and that's not what it is because that's another Nintendo character. Malamar, who's like the upside down squid type of character. I really like him. Sun and Moon I didn't play that game at all, so I couldn't tell you who's dope in that. But I'll go back to X and Y because I forgot about Zora and Zorark. Actually, that's Black and White. Zora and Zorark and Black and White. And leading up to that is Sword and Shield, so Scorbunny. And I like Grim. I can't remember the name. Grim something or other. Anyway, so my top ones out of that, Zorark. I love Zorark. I think that's a dope character. If you don't know who Zorark is, he's like the Wolverine type of character. He's like a mix between he's basically like a werewolf. But if you have him in your lineup, he takes the form of another like Pokemon. Whoever is the last Pokemon in your lineup, that's the form he takes, or whoever the first. I can't remember exactly, but and then like if you hit him, then he reverts back into his actual form. I like both the dark version and the normal version of him. That's a Hisuian version that you get in Arceus, which I think is really dope. I thought I had a pen somewhere. Yeah, got a little shiny pen of Zor. of Zora. There he is.
Mm.
Yeah. So there's him. Gengar is a G, regardless of which generation you get him from. Gengar is a G. That man is a G'd up. And Lucario is one of my favorites. But I've always loved Typhlosion as my top. So those are like really like my highest of high. I can't tell you the whole team, but those are my highest.
All right. Noto?
Mine is literally Lucario, hands down. Just Lucario. And somehow, for some odd reason, I don't know why, I don't know how, I think after just playing ZA, for some odd reason, I don't know how this character still plays. It's like second to me. Is Gardner Grove. Oh, so those are my top two right now.
All right. Yeah, I'm more of an OG, but anyway, because I fell off of it and recently got back into it. But of course, Blastoise and Blastoise and
Blastoise gun.
As of recent, because I'm a wizard, I love Dalfox. So, yeah.
I want to give a special shout out to Arcanine, because Arcanine was.
Hey, say it again.
I want to
kind of went in. It was weird. Yeah.
I want to give a special shout out to Arcanine, because Arcanine was dope back in the day too.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about Arcanine.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. So that would do it for this week's VitoVerse. Write down in the comment sections. What's your favorite Pokemon? What was your favorite theory of ours? That we talked about as far as our main discussion for Harry Potter in the MCU, and what else? What else we said? Oh, if you like any of these trailers. But anyway, before we get up out of here, Sandstorm, what we have up for the Stormcast this week?
So tomorrow we have the Stormcast, which is at 7:00.
State of Play.
Yep, we're talking about the State of Play, and checking that out. We didn't actually get the full
Black Myth
from everybody with the Nintendo Direct. So we'll talk about that and the differences between the two and how we felt about the two. So definitely come and check that out. We also have a possible Direct coming up this following week. That's what the rumor is going around. So we'll talk about a possible Direct coming up as well, and what we would want to see come to that Direct in tandem of what we've seen so far that we haven't seen again. So other than that, make sure you show up for the Stormcast. Once again, it's at 7:00 Eastern Standard Time. And yeah. I'll leave it at that.
All right. Crimson Moon. All right.
Crimson Moon, what the heck?
Your turn.
All right. All right, so next week we actually have Nanami. Haven't figured out an episode or what the topic's going to be at hand, so I will let you guys know as soon as I can figure out something with that. I'm also going to do, hopefully tomorrow, I will do a pre-recording of the game I'm actually have been working on, Code Vein 2. So, yeah, I've been kind of going all over the place doing some stuff, and things are getting a little hectic with this game right now. All I can say is that I like the second one. I do like it a lot. I'll give more details to it. I think the only downside to it is that it does not have the multiplayer, so that's one of the biggest things that's the downfall. But again, I think I understand the reasons to why. Because doing the comparisons between 1 and 2, 1 was like not as much of an open world, but you got the multiplayer. But this one is very, very open world, where, as like Vito likes to explore, and that's what I'm doing right now, and getting my butt kicked like it's tomorrow. But it's become very interesting with some stuff I'm doing. But yeah, definitely stay tuned for that. I will do a pre-recording. Maybe it may come sometime later on the night, but it may be closer to Sunday, so let you guys know. But other than that, that's what I got.
All right. And As for me, check me out over on the VitoVerse Music. I just uploaded a reaction to Baby Keem's new documentary. Hopefully I'll have my other reactions to J. Cole's album up soon. But you can catch me on the Storm cast. Shout out to our associate channels. We the podcast, N10 Crew, Loose Podcast, and everybody, just everybody, you know what I'm saying? Just everybody,
Everybody.
Shadow Fox, all y'all, everybody.
Y'all.
Every single last one of y'all. But anyway, we got to go, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next week on the VitoVerse pre-recorded. Until then, y'all be safe. Peace.